The ocean is the largest unexplored place on Earth. More than 80% of the deep sea remains completely unknown to humanity, beneath miles of crushing water pressure. In total darkness, there are places where sunlight has never reached, places where strange creatures live, places where something ancient may still be hiding. And in the year 2019, a research team exploring an unknown trench discovered something that would challenge everything we thought we knew about our planet. Something hidden in the darkness for thousands, maybe millions of years. The mission. The deep-sea exploration submarine, Abyssal Explorer, descended slowly into the endless black ocean. Inside the submarine were 4 crew members. Captain Marcus Jameson, a veteran explorer, who had spent 20 years studying the deep ocean. Dr. Eleanor Vance, one of the world's leading marine biologists. Engineer Lucas Grant, responsible for maintaining the submarine systems. And sonar specialist Maya Chen, monitoring the underwater radar. Their mission was simple. Map a newly discovered trench in the Pacific Ocean that had mysteriously appeared on satellite scans. But as they descended deeper, something strange began to happen. Entering the darkness. At 1,000 meters deep, the last traces of sunlight disappeared. Outside the thick glass window, the ocean turned into a cold black void. Only the submarine's powerful lights cut through the darkness. Strange deep-sea creatures drifted past the window. Some had glowing bodies. Others had enormous eyes adapted for the darkness. Dr. Eleanor quietly recorded everything. Even after years of studying marine life, the deep ocean never stopped surprising her. But then, a sudden sound broke the silence inside the submarine. Beep! Maya Chen looked up from the sonar screen. Captain, I'm picking up something unusual. The anomaly. Everyone turned toward the radar display. A large signal appeared on the sonar screen. It wasn't moving like a creature, and it wasn't shaped like a rock formation either. The signal looked symmetrical, perfectly structured, almost artificial. Captain Jameson frowned. That can't be natural, he said quietly.
How big is it?
Maya zoomed the sonar image. Her eyes widened. Approximately 2 kilometers wide. The submarine slowly adjusted its course and moved toward the signal. As they approached, a massive shape slowly began to appear through the darkness. The lost city. The floodlights illuminated something none of them were prepared to see. Spreading across the ocean floor was what looked like an entire city. Massive towers rose from the seabed like ancient monuments. Strange buildings stretched across the dark landscape. The structures were made of a metallic material that shimmered faintly in the submarine's lights. But what shocked them most was the architecture. It didn't look human. The angles were strange. The shapes were unfamiliar, and symbols were carved into the surfaces of the buildings. Symbols no one recognized. Dr. Eleanor whispered softly. This shouldn't be here. Exploring the ruins. The submarine slowly glided between the silent structures. Ancient statues stood frozen in the darkness. Massive gates towered above them. Some buildings looked partially collapsed, as if the city had been abandoned for thousands of years. Yet strangely, there were no signs of corrosion. No rust. No decay. The metal looked almost alive. Then suddenly the submarine's instruments began behaving strangely. The compass started spinning. The sonar flickered. Lucas checked the control panel. We're getting some kind of energy interference, he said. But I can't identify the source. The feeling. As the submarine moved deeper into the city, a strange feeling filled the cabin. No one spoke for several minutes. It felt like the darkness outside was watching them. Dr. Eleanor suddenly noticed something. Captain, look at the towers. Faint blue light slowly appeared along the edges of the structures. At first it was barely visible. But then, the lights grew brighter. The awakening. Without warning, the entire city lit up. Blue energy pulsed through the towers like electricity flowing through veins. Massive structures began glowing in the darkness. The sonar alarm suddenly started blaring. Maya shouted, "Captain!" Energy levels are rising everywhere. Lucas looked terrified. "I think we activated something." The ocean around them began vibrating slightly. The lights across the ancient city pulsed again, slowly, rhythmically, like a heartbeat. And then something moved far below the city. Something enormous. Escape. Captain Jameson didn't hesitate. Full power. "We're leaving!" The Abyssal Explorer turned sharply and accelerated away from the glowing ruins. Behind them, the ancient city continued glowing brighter and brighter. As the submarine rose toward the surface, Dr. Eleanor looked back through the window. The glowing city slowly disappeared into the endless darkness below. But one question remained in her mind. If that city had been sleeping for thousands of years, what exactly had they just awakened? Ending. When the crew returned to the surface, the footage shocked scientists around the world. But many questions still remain unanswered. Who built the city? How long has it been hidden beneath the ocean? And most importantly, is it truly abandoned? Or is something still living there, waiting in the darkness of the deep ocean